All right, welcome back to Mind Design. We talk all things art. Today I got somebody special, man, and I got a little bit of a different format for you all. So we got a premier designer. He probably made your favorite artist title card. He made your favorite artist logo. You know what I'm saying? You probably seen him in a lot more content than you think you have. He's worked with the likes of Quavo, Destroy Lonely, Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, Georgia Smith, Coi Leray, Fave. I know I'm missing a bunch, but it's all off the top of my head. But well established within the industry, extensive, and I mean extensive, and amazing portfolio. I will leave a link in the description as well as put some stuff on the screen here for his website. He has an asset store. If you want a quick pre-made cover to get your song off, definitely hit him up. He's a guy. He's got amazing stuff in his store on his website. Booking information is there as well. I'll leave a link to the IG where a lot of his content is. Amazingly talented artist. He's been killing the game for quite some time now, as long as I've been keeping up. But today we got my boy Sam. I'll probably refer to him as Sam a few times throughout the video. Um, just for fluidity's sake, but his IG is at SBLNGR. I'm gonna put it up here on the top of the screen as well as in the description. So make sure y'all check him out, give him a follow, share his work, share his content, send to a friend in need because he will deliver. As far as the format of the video, it's gonna be a little different. Unfortunately, he was not able to do a virtual meeting. However, he was nice enough to give us more than enough content to work with and a lot of details, unspoken gems, and plenty of good content for me to share with you all. So for the ease of things, I was gonna read both my part and his part, but that's a lot of reading on my part. So I'm gonna let an AI talk to y'all on his behalf. Hopefully it sounds like you, my boy. I don't know what you sound like, but I tried to get a pretty universal sounding voice. It'll sound normal enough.
Really nice to look at is great, but if your titles can directly link to the style, genre of the music video, that's where it really matters.
I have everything on the screen so you can read along as well as look at all of the artwork. I have some videos on screen so you can check those out as we go on. But plenty of great content, man. Y'all are gonna love this one. So without further ado, all right, so a lot of people may not be familiar with title designs and their significance. I know I wasn't, at least not until the last couple of years. Like it was always there, but it was something I never knew the importance of until I saw designers like you that made it a point to put more than enough effort into it. How important do you think it is to have a clean title card that goes along with like the vibe of the song or the video that follows? Or even a card like in the post credits? How important is that?
Personally, I think titles in films and music videos are so important, like how the opening titles to a horror film can instantly show you the entire film style. Having a title design on a video that is visually nice to look at is great, but if your titles can directly link to the style, genre of the music video, that's where it really matters. Like a lot of the Destroy Lonely video titles I've done have a clear horror style to it, like How You Feel has big grungy letters with a black shadow over the shot of the old building. You instantly know what you're about to see. Or the Alexa title designed for Ants Live. It's got the 80s movie aesthetic the rest of the video has, but you don't even know that yet. Then the next shot is the two performers dressed to fit that style too.
Bro, yes, that is very important. We had a card. It doesn't even have to be a card. It can just be boom title, artist probably at the top or the bottom, and then you got some producers on there, maybe whatever's on there. It don't have to be too much, but it is important that the aesthetic of what that is, the colors, the tone, the design, it matches and it flows with what follows. Because that is what makes a harmonious combination. When you got like take Destroy Lonely, for example. There are plenty more, obviously, and I'll have them on screen throughout, but take Destroy Lonely, for example. I remember his whole rollout was it was dark, moody, gritty, a lot of blacks, dark undertones, horror style type content, old 80s VHS film type layers in some areas, not in all. And then of course the beats, the sound of the album is just dark, kind of. underworld sounding. It was a specific bag that Moan was in for that run, and all of the content he released around it matched the lyrics, matched the sounds, matched the colors. A lot of it was kind of horror Halloween-ish. So a lot of the content was scarier, darker. The mood was down, the tone was down. It was just dark overall. So when you have a title card that goes in the beginning and the end of the video, kind of have something that grabs the attention of the people that are watching it immediately, pulls them in, and like you said, before they even see, or most of the times before they even hear what the song is, hear what the song is about, subconsciously they already got a taste, they already got a feel of how it's going to be, how it's going to look, how it's going to sound, because a big part of the art of making those is having the subject matter match. So that is significant. All right, so real short and sweet. What inspired you to become a cover art designer? Obviously, you're multifaceted. You do a lot. You can do a lot. You do track listing. You do cover art. I'm sure you do a little bit of 3D. You do custom topography, logos, branding. I'm sure everything under that creative umbrella you have your hand in. But what drew you to focus in on mainly cover arts, mainly title cards, and a lot of topography? Like, just what drew you to that?
There was a big gap between finishing school and starting uni, so when I got back into it I finally had a computer of my own. So I thought I should refresh my memory on Photoshop, so I designed a cover art for the song I was listening to at the time. I was pretty happy with what I made, so I thought, I'll just make an Instagram and post some of these. That first design is the first post on my IG account. I'd done cover art commissions from 2018 till the start of 2023 when I was asked by a client if they could use the type from an artwork on the video for the song. That's when I realized other clients would want this too.
That's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's tough. Humble beginnings. I'm saying we all got to start somewhere. And I'm glad that you got your start with the client contacting you for something you already did that you liked. It's kind of different when someone commissions you to do something and that's how you get your start. And then you kind of find a love for it that way versus you just doing it for the love of the game and then having a sort of organic growth with it. You recognize that that could be profitable for you and you locked in on it, you honed in and you made that a vital part of your game and it just took you to unbelievable heights. Like who would have thought, you know? So having that kind of start is really cool, man. It's unique because a lot of us do start out just doing something for somebody and we're like, hey, I can really do this. I'm really nice at this. And that's how it starts. That's why you should always just start and not really worry about who's gonna see it, what's it gonna look like, how bad is it gonna be, what does my first project look like compared to somebody else's first project, man. Just go. Just jump out the window, hit the ground running, and look where the finish line could be. So that's great, man. That's awesome to hear. What are some of your favorite projects in your portfolio? That's another thing I wanted to know. Because with somebody with a portfolio as insane and extensive as yours, it's got to be hard to choose. Like, I mean, if I had to choose, it would probably be that Destroy Lonely cover. And the track listing, man, the whole rollout for that project was just beautiful and extremely harmonious. Everything fit well together, including your title designs and your topography. And I'm not sure what else you contributed to that project visually, because I know there was a photo shoot for the cover. And there were a lot of, photographers, videographers on site and on scene making real life content for that. But I'm sure you got a lot of the outtakes and you were able to make a lot of content for that. But your work on that your work on that cover and the track list was phenomenal. But I'll let you speak.
Most of my favorite projects are the ones that I can look back on as being a turning point in my career. Like the Florida Water artwork, as it's one of first projects I supplied a title card for as well as the artwork. It was also the first time working with JMP, who I've worked with countless times since. Then it has to be the I Had Some Help title designs for Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. I never thought I'd ever work on something that big.
That's definitely understandable, man. And I remember that Florida Water rollout. I remember the video is posted on all the rap pages. It was posted on the artist pages, even at Generation Now. Lil Tyler is one of our artists. So, hearing that song played at work, I don't believe I was there when he recorded his verse, but great song. The art was incredible. And I think that was one of the first projects I saw that was by you, where I started to see, okay, at the time I didn't know who made it. So I was like, there is a guy that is making this. He has a style. It is amazing and looks very similar to, this cover, this like the Blue Moon cover. There are a few more that I can't think of, but you're elite when it comes to that title card design and that typography. Also, the I Had Some Help cover is major. Like, oh wow, that's crazy. To do a song for Post Malone and Morgan Wallen together. And if I'm not mistaken, that is their top song. Well, I know that's Post's top song on Apple Music. I don't know about Morgan Wallen because he got a lot of slaps in a genre that I am not too familiar with, but I do like Morgan Wallen. I like Morgan Wallen. It's not diamond. I don't think it's platinum yet. It might be platinum, but Post Malone has like a diamond collection with all his diamond songs. Great tape, by the way. It's always good for nostalgia. But I have no doubt in my mind that that song is going to join the likes of White Iverson and Circles and I can't think right now. Congratulations, I Fall Apart, Sunflower, Psycho, Rockstar, Wow, Candy Paint, uh, Chemical, like Feeling Whitney. Listen, you, sir, are gonna have a diamond plaque. Elite, elite. So when we talking about clients and revisions, adaptability, and things that they want in the final stages of the project, that leads me to wonder what's the most time-consuming project you've had to work on.
Nothing stands out as being particularly time-consuming. Sometimes I can work with clients and they love the first draft of a design I wasn't 100% happy with, and other times we can spend days tweaking small parts to get it just right. Anything where there's a lot of people who need to approve something can take a while. Everyone likes to have their say.
For sure, when there's a committee, like when there's a team of people that you have to refer your drafts back to, it can take ages. And I don't mean that lightly. But the fact that you can't really think of anything off the top of your head that was too time consuming is great. That means you don't typically run across difficult people, which is great. That's awesome. It's kind of like sports though, like there are easy nights where your matchup might be cake, might be sweet, might be easy. And then other nights where your matchup might lock you down. You're not getting no points, no yards, like you're strapped, you're in the seatbelt. So I mean it just depends. Some people you can send it to them and they may even like it before you've had time to put real edits and thought into the project. They might like the draft. You may not have to do too much else. And then there are those, there are those who are going to have to change something every single time you send a draft back. Want the time here. Can you change this color? Maybe make it blue instead of red. Can you put the address here? Can you take this DJ off? He's no longer a part of this. Can you add parental advisory here? Actually, can you put it in this corner instead? Can you add a little grain to it? Mm, I don't like the sparkles here. Can you take those off? Can you change the font of the title? Can you do this? Can you do that? So the fact that you haven't run across too many of those, shout out to you, man. I don't know what kind of luck you got, but respect. Once again, I appreciate you being gracious enough to send this through. Um, we were able to have a great discussion, a great back and forth, and I was able to learn a lot. And hopefully y'all were able to learn a lot as well. We got a couple more of these coming within the next couple weeks, as well as 3 or 4 all virtual ones that I have scheduled. So this will not be the last. There will be more to come. I need an outro. Like I need a real outro. But until I get one of those, enjoy these bloopers. Cover art. If you oh my God. Yeah, it's just 3. 3 like chance. Shout out to the divorce. Yeah. Rigid is a good word. 'Cause I've been doing this for like 2 or 3 days. So if this doesn't work in post-production, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be visibly angry. Download you. Download Yusuf. On top of the screen, as well as this is like take four. This is like take four. What is going on, bro? But that goes along with the vibe of the. Oh. Also, the my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me tell y'all something. This list is 11 bullet points long. I've went through half of it. None of it recorded. So I'm gonna start in the middle and go down the list. I'm gonna return to the ones I already did. It's recording now. This is annoying. Very. I don't know where I'm gonna include this, but man, I don't really care anymore.